What is a primary lawful basis for processing employee data under GDPR? A. Employee consent. B. Legitimate interest. C. Public interest. D. Contractual necessity. Correct answer: D. Contractual necessity. Explanation: employee data processing is often necessary for performing employment contracts, making it a key lawful basis under GDPR. How should an organization balance privacy and monitoring in a BYOD program? A. Only monitor personal devices after consent. B. Apply blanket surveillance to all devices. C. Separate personal and business data on devices. D. Prohibit BYOD programs. Correct answer: C. Separate personal and business data on devices. Explanation: separating personal and business data ensures necessary corporate monitoring without infringing on employee privacy. What role does an EU Works Council play in data protection compliance? A. Enforces data protection laws. B. Consults on data processing policies. C. Approves workplace surveillance. D. Audits employee records. Correct answer: B. Consults on data processing policies. Explanation: EU Works Councils advise on data processing policies, ensuring employee data is handled legally and appropriately. Which GDPR principle is crucial for storing personnel records? A. Data minimization. B. Integrity and confidentiality. C. Storage limitation. D. Accountability. Correct answer: C. Storage limitation. Explanation: storage limitation mandates that records are kept only for as long as necessary, minimizing unnecessary retention. What is the key challenge in establishing whistleblowing systems under GDPR? A. Providing anonymous reporting. B. Ensuring explicit consent. C. Complying with lawful processing criteria. D. Protecting whistleblower identities. Correct answer: D. Protecting whistleblower identities. Explanation: protecting identities is critical to maintaining whistleblower anonymity, ensuring their safety and GDPR compliance. How does the GDPR apply to surveillance by public authorities? A. It prohibits all surveillance activities. B. It allows surveillance if authorized by law. C. It mandates data anonymization. D. It requires data subjects' consent. Correct answer: B. It allows surveillance if authorized by law. Explanation: the GDPR allows processing by public authorities if it serves a lawful purpose and is authorized by law. How does the GDPR ensure the protection of biometric data? A. It prohibits biometric data processing. B. It mandates explicit consent. C. It requires encryption of biometric data. D. It exempts biometrics from GDPR scope. Correct answer: B. It mandates explicit consent. Explanation: biometric data falls under special categories, requiring explicit consent before processing, ensuring additional protection. What is a key principle to follow in workplace monitoring activities? A. Lawful basis and transparency. B. Broad employee consent. C. Complete prohibition of monitoring. D. Mandatory anonymization. Correct answer: A. Lawful basis and transparency. Explanation: monitoring must be based on a lawful basis and disclosed transparently to employees to comply with GDPR. What does the EDPB's Guidelines 3/2019 focus on? A. Data processing through cookies. B. Processing data through video devices. C. Interception of communications. D. Geolocation tracking. Correct answer: B. Processing data through video devices. Explanation: the guidelines provide guidance on video device usage, ensuring data processing complies with GDPR principles. What is required for lawful interception of communications under GDPR? A. Consent from all parties. B. Authorization from a supervisory authority. C. Compliance with e-Privacy Directive. D. Explicit consent. Correct answer: C. Compliance with e-Privacy Directive. Explanation: the e-Privacy Directive governs electronic communications, requiring compliance alongside GDPR for lawful interception. What distinguishes processing under legitimate interests from consent? A. Legitimate interests require no balancing test. B. Legitimate interests apply to all processing. C. Legitimate interests must balance against data subject rights. D. Consent is always a fallback option. Correct answer: C. Legitimate interests must balance against data subject rights. Explanation: a balancing test ensures legitimate interests don't infringe on data subjects' rights, unlike consent-based processing. How does GDPR affect storage of employee records? A. It requires encryption of records. B. It prohibits storing sensitive data. C. It mandates data minimization and secure storage. D. It limits retention to 12 months. Correct answer: C. It mandates data minimization and secure storage. Explanation: GDPR storage limitation and integrity principles require organizations to store only necessary data securely. What is a critical compliance challenge in geolocation tracking? A. Obtaining explicit consent. B. Limiting data retention. C. Anonymizing geolocation data. D. Ensuring tracking transparency. Correct answer: D. Ensuring tracking transparency. Explanation: individuals must be informed of tracking activities, ensuring transparency to comply with GDPR. How does GDPR handle biometric data processing? A. Through lawful processing criteria. B. By banning biometric data use. C. By excluding biometrics from its scope. D. Through encryption requirements. Correct answer: A. Through lawful processing criteria. Explanation: biometrics fall under special categories, requiring explicit consent or another lawful basis for processing. What does an organization need to consider when implementing workplace monitoring? A. Limiting monitoring to necessary activities. B. Broad consent from employees. C. Data anonymization for all monitoring. D. Anonymizing only sensitive data. Correct answer: A. Limiting monitoring to necessary activities. Explanation: monitoring should be minimal and specific, ensuring necessary activities are prioritized to comply with GDPR. What is a key difference between GDPR and e-Privacy Directive in surveillance? A. GDPR prohibits all surveillance. B. E-Privacy Directive applies only to ISPs. C. E-Privacy Directive specifies electronic communication rules. D. GDPR doesn't cover electronic surveillance. Correct answer: C. E-Privacy Directive specifies electronic communication rules. Explanation: the E-Privacy Directive regulates electronic communication, complementing GDPR for surveillance activities. How can companies ensure GDPR compliance in BYOD programs? A. Mandate encryption on all devices. B. Require employee consent. C. Separate personal and business data. D. Limit device usage to business hours. Correct answer: C. Separate personal and business data. Explanation: this separation ensures business data is securely monitored, without infringing on personal data and privacy rights. What key role do works councils play in employment data processing? A. Enforcing GDPR fines. B. Overseeing processing activities. C. Ensuring secure storage. D. Approving data minimization. Correct answer: B. Overseeing processing activities. Explanation: works councils consult on processing activities, ensuring employee data is managed legally and compliantly. How do whistleblowing systems comply with GDPR? A. Through explicit whistleblower consent. B. By anonymizing reports. C. By securing sensitive information. D. By providing supervisory authority oversight. Correct answer: C. By securing sensitive information. Explanation: whistleblowing systems must protect whistleblowers' data, ensuring secure processing to comply with GDPR.